Right, so Mark Gurman has given us some information on the iPad mini 6, and well, it's great news because apparently the redesign is still on schedule for a full release, and so let's delve into everything we know so far. But first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so the main thing Gurman says is that the full release is a go, so yes, he's pretty confident that the iPad mini 6 will release alongside the iPad 9 in September, and so yes, this is really exciting news because at last, we're seeing the iPad mini redesign we've wanted for years now. Now, Mark Gurman also says the next generation iPad mini should be very similar to the iPad Air, so yes, much like in the past, the iPad mini is gonna be a smaller version of the iPad Air 4. And so yes, that means a few things. Number one, we should see the A14, one camera, dual speakers instead of quads, and USB Type-C. Now there is one interesting part about John Prosser's previous reports, and that is, he thinks we will not see colors on the iPad mini 6, instead it will be available in pretty boring space gray, silver, and gold. Now this is pretty odd to me because the iPad mini and the iPad Air pretty much share the same color options forever, and so I expected the same with the iPad mini 6. In fact, a blue or green iPad mini 6 would be absolutely amazing, and so yes, it's a little disappointing that might not be the case, and I'm secretly hoping that John is wrong, and we do see many colors with the iPad mini 6. We also have no details on the actual size of the screen, so John says the actual body should be a similar size to the current model, and so I think that means we could see a display that's around 8.5 to 8.7 inches. Now as for the accessories, obviously the iPad mini is not getting a keyboard because that would be incredibly cramped, and so yes, no keyboard support, but we should see Apple Pencil support, and well, it's not as straightforward as you might think. So one might assume the new iPad mini will get Apple Pencil 2 support because of USB Type-C and the fact it's gaining the new flat edge design, and so Apple can easily put the magnetic strip on the side that the Apple Pencil 2 needs to magnetically attach to the iPad. But guys, there is a small issue, and that is the Apple Pencil 2 is too big to fit on the side of this iPad mini, and so yes, Apple needs to make the Apple Pencil smaller to fit on this new iPad mini 6. And that's where the leaks get interesting, because you might remember that there were leaks about a third generation Apple Pencil that was supposed to launch with the new iPad Pro, but of course, we did not see it. But interestingly, the supposed Apple Pencil 3 is actually smaller than the Apple Pencil 2, and so yes, there could be a chance that was the Apple Pencil mini all along, and we're gonna see that with the iPad mini 6. And this actually does make sense because those images of a supposed Apple Pencil 3 had a glossy finish, which is a downgrade over the Apple Pencil 2 and the matte finish. And so back then I was a little confused as to why Apple was supposedly shifting back to a glossy finish. But now the glossy finish makes sense because if it's going to be for the lower end iPad mini, then a worse finish does make sense. Now let's finish on the price, and this is pretty simple. It should be $100 cheaper than the iPad Air, so expect $499 to be the price of the iPad mini 6. And yes, I know that's a price hike over the previous generation, but do note, the iPad mini hasn't had a redesign in 9 years, and so this is going to be a drastic change, and when Apple usually radically changes the design, there will be a price hike, and so yes, this is to be expected. As for storage options, it should also be on par with the iPad Air, so expect 64 gigs and 256 gigs, and well, that does kind of suck because obviously 64 gigs is not really enough for most, and so yes, I am hoping one day we do transition over to 128 gigs as the base storage option across all iPads. Anyways, those are all the details on the iPad mini 6, but let me know in the comments below, are you buying the iPad mini 6 or not? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. check out the video in the icon above about details on the M1X MacBook Pro. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.